What's good to the tribe? It's Wanaghi. Wanted to stop by and drop some clips off to you guys. But before we start, stop, hit the like button, and I appreciate you guys. I hope everybody's feeling safe, secure, and as healthy as can be. So today, we're bringing clips from Queen Bey. And I think everybody, if you're on the journey of awakening, should know who this is. Just like you should know other elders or ancestors like Dr. Khalid Muhammad and other people like that. And I'll say this before I even start. Just because I put up a video or clips of a Moor, of a Hebrew, of FBA, a B1, or any of these things, doesn't mean that's what I am. Doesn't mean that's what I am. Doesn't mean that's what I promote. I try to take the best of everybody and kind of make it my own. Like I say, everybody sees the world through their own lenses, and everybody has good to put out, regardless if you think they don't. Like we say, we eat the meat and we spit out the bone. Everybody's not gonna give it to you raw and uncut. So you have to take the bits and pieces and kind of put together the puzzle, if you understand what I'm saying. But Queen Bey, this is actually her Black Laws lecture. And in this lecture, she's going in, giving a lot of information about law, about being in a courtroom, about a lot of things. But one thing that stuck out is she started talking about the Civil War. And we talk about the Civil War a lot. And she was basically saying that the Civil War was Moors fighting each other. And like we say all the time, we were our biggest downfall. People act like we're gonna get along today when we didn't get along back then. We weren't a unified force in the Americas back in the day. We warred and have tribal games and everything else too. Everybody didn't like everybody. I descend from Catawbas. Catawbas don't like Cherokees or Anahuillas. And you can put in your mind and think why we don't like them. People talk about wild Indians. We were some of those wild Indians. But just want to drop the clip off and see what you guys feel or have anything to put on it or say about it. So let's get it.
Okay. Why do we have colorable law and colorable courts? During the Civil War, the Moors went to war against each other. Now, we destroyed ourselves in this. The Europeans did not come here and bring us down. We did that from inside, and they capitalized on the carnage. Do you understand? All of these buildings all around here, as I told in class last night, they're ours, they belong to us. They're ancient, these buildings. There's a whole city underneath this city. They went and burned all the major cities, the major energy centers on this globe we called an earth. Our ancestors set up these energy centers that we call Philadelphia, New York, Boston, Atlanta, Detroit, right? Chicago, Miami, Phoenix, Los Angeles. They are energy centers. They're not where they are in huge, large cities just because of some coincidence. There's energy and power in these places. London, Rio de Janeiro, all right? And
So that was just a couple clips. Make sure you guys check out Queen Bey and definitely watch some of her videos. But I do want to send a shout out to Root Word. Regardless of all the back and forth, not with me and him, but with him and other people, he did or was one of the first I've seen to show these buildings, to put this out, to show that America is the grandmother, not the mother. America's the true old world. And I think people, as they're doing this genealogy and researching and going back on our story, they're figuring this out. So I do want to send a shout out to him. So I remember before I was making videos, I was watching him, or in the chat, but I was watching him show these actual buildings and this architect and showing these mounds and different things. Like, if people don't understand, DC and all these things were big mounds. If you ever been to DC, it feels like you're on a hill. It feels like you're going up a hill to come into it and coming down a hill to come out. It's powerful. And just getting a glimpse of some of these buildings is powerful too. So make sure you guys are really taking the time out. When you do go on vacation and things like that, you're seeing these places that are around the Americas. You don't have to travel outside of the Americas to check out the wonders that it holds. Make sure we're checking out these magnificent places and things that are going on in these Americas. Because this is our home. We've always been here and nowhere else. But I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, definitely share. If you mess with me, definitely support the channel. Feathers up, tribe up, wise up, rise up.
There were those who led it who were paid to get us off our square, and we agreed to be there. We agreed to be called black, and we're proud of it, remember? Now, who could tell us any different? Now, the Europeans have a dilemma because they've lied to us so much and we have forgotten so much that if they stand up to tell us the truth, would we believe them? The majority of the people who call themselves African American, right now, if you tell them they're not from Africa, they'll give you hell. Am I right? Yes, we are. Now, can you imagine you're getting that feedback from them. Can you imagine what they would say to a European who now try to tell them they're not from Africa? You understand?